Hello, and welcome to today's episode. The Bible is referred to as the living Word of God. It isn't a book that is meant simply to be read. It is a perspective-altering substance that is meant to be ingested and absorbed into you. And when it becomes a part of you, it changes you. And that is exactly what it is meant to do. A psalm is a spiritual song based on a profound foundational insight that is expressed in the form of music, which is usually played on a harp. This is my own paraphrase of the Psalms. Now, there is an important difference between a paraphrase and a translation, and it is important to understand what that difference is. A translation takes a text word by word, and it finds the most accurate word in another language to convey the meaning of that original word. But sometimes getting the details right can come at the expense of the big picture. For example, the literal translation for a butt dial and the literal translation for a booty call could end up being exactly the same if they were both translated very literally into another language. But we all know that those are two very different ideas. A paraphrase, on the other hand, is attempting to capture the spirit of the idea that is being expressed. But both approaches come with their own disadvantages. Sometimes the most literal translation for each word, while technically accurate, loses something in its translation. For example, if you were to translate the phrase, "cat got your tongue," into another language, it would make no sense to them. Why would a cat grab your tongue? What are you even talking about? In order to convey the original idea, you would have to find out which saying is used in that other language to express the same concept. But it might not involve a cat, or even any animal at all. So the literal translation would not be a very accurate one. But in a case like the one that I just described, the idea is more important than sticking to a very literal translation that loses all of its intended meaning. However, because paraphrases are an individual's interpretation of the underlying idea, instead of a rigorous academic translation of the word, they are not as objectively accurate as a translation is. A paraphrase is a lot more subjective, and that makes it much more susceptible to interpretations that are way off the mark of the original text's intent. The focus of a translation is on detailed accuracy, and sometimes the broader picture is not conveyed very clearly as a result. The focus of a paraphrase is on painting that big picture, but it often loses the accuracy of the finer details. Both are useful as long as you understand which is which, and what the disadvantages to each approach are. And that is why I recommend using both an accurate translation, like the New American Standard, and a responsible paraphrase. Psalm 22, Part B, verses 10 through 21. Do not linger far away from me, for trouble is close and there is no one to help me. A large herd of wild bulls have successfully surrounded me. And these are massive, prize-winning bulls that have closed me in. They are strong and well-fed from the prosperous northern mountains of mighty Syria. These powerful neighbors of mine have descended out of the Golan Heights and are now pawing the ground in anticipation, bellowing and snorting because they have me trapped. Like ravenous lions that roar all around the place where I now stand, they open their mouths wide to rip into me. And my life is poured out onto the earth like water. Each of my bones are dislocated. Every joint in my body is pulled apart. Inside of me, my heart turns into melted wax and then sinks like a heavy stone into my gut where it sits. Just like my mouth, which is so parched that it causes me pain and torment, my strength has also dried up inside of me until it has become useless, like a dusty piece of broken pottery. My tongue sticks to everything it touches. And you seem to have accepted that I am done for. For you lay me down in the dust to die, as you prepare to bury me in the depths of the earth. I am surrounded by rabid dogs, a pack of villains assembled to do evil. And they finally make their move, closing in as one all around me. Like a lion that has me pinned down beneath its feet, they tear into my flesh, piercing my hands and my feet. I am hung up on full display for the entire world to see, like a trophy. And the whole time, I can see every bone in my body, while each stranger takes their turn staring at me without even having the decency to glance away. They take my belongings for themselves and divide them up as though it is a sport. They keep it interesting for themselves by throwing dice to see which one of them will win the clothes that were on my back. But you, Most High, don't delay in the distance where you are now. Come quickly to my aid, for you are my strength and the one who helps me. Give me the final victory, and let my life triumph. Let it overcome the death of the sword. Rescue my one and only life out from under the savage paws of the dog, and save me from between the jaws of the lion. Even though I have been run through, it is not over. For you answer me, even when I am on the horns of wild bulls. I pray that whatever voice God might choose to give me in this world, He would also give me the words that I should use it for. These words have meaning for me, and if they had some meaning for you as well, then I am truly grateful that we have both been given a gift from above and from each other. Have a good day out there, my friends.